Mm.
What's today?
Is that blue already? It's still red?
It's nothing at the moment.
Nothing.
We got.
Is it blue now?
Nope, nope.
There's nothing.
Just check they can hear.
Can you guys hear us?
Can you hear us in Zoom, Debbie?
Yep.
Andre? Right.
Yes, we can.
Helen?
Good.
Can you hear us, Helen?
Yeah, nice.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I don't-
light's going out.
I don't think Helen can. I said hello before and she couldn't hear.
Yeah, we will
Because
need
she
to
had that same problem last time,
Oh,
that she couldn't hear us. But
right.
then we could hear her.
Mm.
So anyway, welcome to the Waipuna Halswell-Hornby-Riccarton Community Board Information Session. Today we have Matt briefing us or updating us on the High Community Link building. Welcome, Matt.
Well, thank you for having me. Nice to see you all. A short and sweet update. So I think back in April, you asked for options for what could be done in and around the high area, particularly with the community link building and particularly working alongside the men's shed to look for a suitable home for men's shed. We've got the community facilities team are doing some work on that, and we'll come back and we'll report to you. This is an update to let you know we're not reporting on that option just yet because we have through council there's the disposal of the Gilverthorpe's property, which we've gone out and we've done an RFP for, a request for proposals. We've had some proposals come in. The men's shed are involved with one of those. So we're going to wait for a council decision at Gilverthorpe's. And once we find out where council lands with that particular property, then we'll progress Hey Hey. What we had done with the Hey Hey Community Link building, up until we went to the RFP process, we had looked at, so you'll remember the building, the community link building was damaged in the earthquake, and we were looking at whether it was an earthquake prone building or not and how much it would cost to repair it. We wondered whether we could put the men's shed in there. We'd had conversations with them. They were happy with that sort of an option. Looking at the cost to repair it, actually, we looked at the cost to demolish it to see how much that would cost. And then we might be able to bring in something like a versatile garage or a shed that would work. The building itself isn't a great building to have a community organisation in. It's not very big. It's a great build. It's a breeze block building, but it would require some work to bring it back up to standard. Actually, we might be able to knock the building over and put in a purpose-built shed that would be much better for a group like the men's shed. But that could also be used for another group as well in the future, should they move on. So that's where we are. But we're just on pause at the moment for that.
So the options report isn't due yet.
No.
After election or before?
For Hey Hey,
Yes.
we'll see. We'll see how quickly we can progress it. So we put some money, so in the community facilities budget, we've got some money set aside to do some capital improvements. It depends what option we need to do.
So what about Gilberthorpe? Is it
So the
coming back?
Gilverthorpe's is not coming back to the board. Gilverthorpe's goes directly to council, and that will be hopefully early August. So we'll
Hopefully when?
early August.
Early
So
August.
we will make sure that everyone in the board. So when it's published on the council agenda, we'll make sure that the board get a copy of it and that you know it's coming.
Okay. Hank, you've got a question.
No, he's just answered.
You just answered.
And well,
Anybody else has questions? Anybody on Zoom has questions? Mark? Okay.
are you able to give us any glimpse into where the RFP process is running with Gilverthorpe's?
So in terms of that one, we ran an RFP process, so request for proposal. We had a number of proposals come in, which are detailed in the council report. We've taken, the staff have done, there was an assessment panel which assessed them and scored them, which is standard process. I think the staff will be making a recommendation to council as to what their preferred proposal would be. Council obviously can make a decision on any of the ones that are there.
Right. And you put no inkling as to where that sort of is leaning at this stage?
Not that
It's not that you're going to say. Fair enough. Well, I've asked for a view of that report before it hits the agenda.
Yep.
So hopefully we'll get a glimpse in the window.
Good. Anybody else has any other questions? No, we're all good?
Looks good. Thanks, Matt.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Right,
See you later.
Thank you.
great. Short and sweet. Next, our last item. So we've got Faye.
Yes, so this is an opportunity for the board to put a submission in on the Kashmir Road, Problems Road, Hune Valley Road. Change proposals, change to speed proposals. Andre's got a question.
Not yet. Okay. All right. Just to clarify, so this is, we are going to talk about whether the board will make a submission on this one. Council will be decision makers on this one. So, councilors will not be included in the discussion, but if any board member has any questions to the councilors, you can do it right now while they're here, and then we'll request the councilors to leave. And yeah, but Andre, you've got a question.
Yeah, traditionally, community boards have the delegation over this kind of thing, so I'm a bit surprised to see it's going to council.
Yes, I query it actually, Andre. But that's the process in this case. It's going directly to council, and therefore the board gets the option for the submission. And previously it would have come to the board for a Part A recommendation, but well, when I say previously, in the past that has happened, but I did query the process, and this is what we've got. So if we want input, then we've got to do it via a submission.
Cool. Is it possible just to clarify why it's not coming to community board, which is quite useful because it's most unusual.
You did query.
I did query it.
They told you what's happening, but they didn't tell you why.
Well, they said this was the process that was adopted previously in respect of this, which the safer schools, you know, in the speed. Safer schools proposal.
That's true, but that's when it was being done citywide. So there were decisions made all over Christchurch. This,
right.
like in my 5.5 years, this will be the first localized speed limit change that's gone to council. So it'd be good to get clarification on why that is, because it still doesn't sound like they've actually given you a reason.
Well, I'm happy to send out what the advice that I got on it, but I did.
Yeah, nice one. Thank you. This is like a community board consultation and and everything else. So to go to council for a decision is just totally out of whack with everything I've seen in my time. And the previous decision they're referring to, totally different decision because it wasn't a localized one; it was a citywide one.
It was under the interim, neighbourhood management plan. Yep.
Yeah. So it would just be good to clarify because this doesn't seem consistent with the delegations. But anyway, thank you.
Yep. Thanks, Andre.
Thank you, Andre. I've got Debbie, and then Sarah, and then Hank.
Yeah, thanks. Andre, you took the words right out of my mouth. So I won't repeat it. But as a community board member, rather than me, am I able to suggest that we don't do a submission simply because it should have been our decision in the first place, like Andre has said, and it's effectively a councillor's decision anyway. And people are, I had a wee chat with Andre the other day, and the opinion is that people drive to conditions anyway. If we see a pedestrian, we're going to slow down. And even if you put 40 k's in, people are still going to go 50, as we have recognised through other speed reductions as well. But anyway, it's a board consensus, so that's just my thoughts.
All right, thank you, Debbie. Sarah.
Somewhat, but I would have thought that the council would want to know what we would think.
Yeah.
Because how else are they going to base a decision for a local decision without knowing what the board?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's
That's why the board has the opportunity to submit, to give them that information. So there's two ways, kind of. If the board doesn't submit and it goes to the board to initially consider, it makes its recommendation to the council. The council gets the board's views that way. Where the council's being asked to make the decision front up, they get the board's views with a submission.
Yeah, so we did ask, and Faye did check, because it was either we do a Part A, we discuss it in the board and then put in our recommendation, but they said no, it's not going to be a Part A. It it will be the board will have the option to make a submission.
Faye, you
Yeah.
able to read out what the response
Hang on, Debbie, I'm
was?
still going, sorry. I just wanted to clarify exactly, the why, because does this mean to say that for future proposed speed changes, they all go to council when it's to do with the local? Why is this
So
one?
I think Faye responded to Andre's query. Faye will forward the response that she got when
Yeah.
she queried it, so she will circulate it to the board.
I think it's to do with this being set under the new rule, the setting a speed limit 2024 rule
Interim safe speed neighbourhood management plan.
that was previously done.
Oh,
And some of those
Because of the new
can't
rule change,
proceed.
the council can't do that.
Oh,
So it's
So the
part of
big
that.
pieces were
Yeah.
under what you just said.
yeah,
And then the government changed the rule. So all of that work, we weren't able to implement the changes that council had previously agreed on.
okay,
And so now some of the roads within that plan are still able to be changed under this new
Under the
rule,
new rule.
but it's not a blanket plan like
No.
it was previously.
okay.
And so this is the process. So we can clarify what will happen moving forward, or can we expect more of these? But I think today we need to decide, are we going to do a submission on it? And then it's just a normal submission
Yeah.
form. There are 3 questions, I believe,
Yep.
that the board can answer and comment on.
Without the councillors.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Well, it just avoids the councillors being conflicted.
Yeah.
At the
And is
council.
Andre, are you supportive of us making a submission on it?
Oh, look, you should do whatever feels right. I think just for a bit of additional context, like the default setting for urban roads is 50 k's, and so by right, something like Sutherland's Road should have changed to 50 k's some time ago because it's no longer rural; it's now, of course, urban. So the question now, is in my view more so, okay, do you make some extra parts 40, or make it consistent and 50 across the board? That's sort of how I'm looking at it.
And currently it's 60, right?
Yeah, both these are currently 60. Like it's currently 60, even all down Sutherland's Road through a now urban area, and even where there is a preschool even. So yeah, it's out of date, and it should have been able to be quite easily changed a couple of years ago. Now the process is a whole lot harder, so we have to go through this new process. But yeah, as for whether the community will be more inclined to have 40 or keep it consistent at 50, yeah, I mean, I remain pretty open. I'd probably lean more towards 50, but yeah, I guess it's just like, I'd welcome any feedback from anyone. It's just if you feel like you have a view that'll be useful for council to have, and combined with views from people over that area who use the roads or live there every day, kind of thing. So totally up to you if you think
Right, thank you.
if you think it would be useful for us.
Yeah, Sarah, are you finished? I've got Hank and then Debbie again, and then Luke.
Although the speed limit is important, I'm not arguing about that. I'm also interested in the footpaths. Why have we still got footpaths that are not connected? Yeah, that's about as dumb as it gets. I mean, I've got some.
How long you got?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we've got some of these
So,
all over the
yeah,
place. Why?
we're just part of this discussion. It's whether we're going to make a submission
Yeah,
on
right.
the speed limit.
Right.
So we'll set
On the
aside
speed
the
limit?
footpaths for now.
It's part of the same thing, though. It's part of the same piece of paper.
Yeah, but while
we're only discussing the speed, though.
We're only discussing the speed, and we're taking and we're leaving the even though it starts off with the footpaths, we're just ignoring that and leaving it out for council. Is that what we're doing?
Yes, it is.
It sounds to me like you absolutely should be making a submission, because there's some very valid points that are worth raising.
Yeah,
I think I'm not sure that I agree with the theory that we're only talking about the speed limit when we start off talking about footpaths.
I can tell you a lot of residents are already submitting mentioning the footpath issue. because-
Yeah, that's fine, but I think it should be part of us too.
Yeah, and you'd have every right to. Yeah.
It's not, sorry,
Part of the consultation here.
it is. It starts off with it.
no,
No.
so Faye just
It's
put
the
that in.
background.
it's saying because there are no footpaths, we're changing the
Because-
speed limit.
So
consulting
The
to.
rule allows the speed limits to be changed in areas where there is no footpath. So that's the rationale for
That's-
doing a speed limit change.
Yeah, so we're not submitting on the footpaths.
So we're doing it instead of putting footpaths in, we make it
It's
with
just
cars go
now
slower.
for that speed.
That makes it part of the submissions, is the footpath.
We
The
can
reason-
add that if we want.
The reason for the lowering of the speed limit
Yeah, we
is the lack of
we can
footpath.
add that in our submission, so we can discuss it later
Okay.
when
We can do that.
councillors are off.
There was an update on that last week.
Right.
I'm not sure if you were able to watch the information. I can send you the link to that if you like.
That's good. Yeah, it seems a bit contradictory to me, being a bit thick. It just seems a bit slow to me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we can put that in. I've got
Okay.
Debbie and then Luke.
Yeah, I hear you, Henk, regarding that, and it is absolutely something that we can put in the submission. As Andre mentioned too, I'm getting tons of feedback about the streets, going from 60 down to 40 when people drive to conditions, but that's something that we can also add. I'm just wondering, because this is going to council for all councillors of the city to make decisions on, are the other boards being invited to make a submission or just our board? Because the councillors,
It's open for anybody to make a decision, submission. Open for public consultation.
It's on the council website.
So the other boards can, yes.
So the other boards can if they want to,
right.
particularly probably
Okay,
maybe.
so yeah, our submission is obviously, because we're local, is going to be invaluable to the councillors to listen to. Absolutely. So yeah.
Okay, are you all good, Debbie?
Yeah, I'm all good. Thanks, Marie.
Great. Thank you. Luke?
So we're just agreeing to make a consultation. We're not agreeing what's going to be in there today.
No, we are going to.
We are
So we want to
going
move on
to,
to that.
yeah. But yeah, at that point, we will ask the councillors to leave.
Okay, and is it my understanding that because there's no footpaths, that's why the road can go to 40 kilometres?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's the only reason why.
Well, that's the reason for these roads.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you. That was all. I'm happy to move on.
Okay. Any other questions? Andre, you still got your hand up.
Yeah, sorry, just a bit of additional context. The lack of footpaths isn't the only reason this is here. It's Sutherland's Road is no longer a rural road, and 50 is the default for a now urban road. So the footpaths is one factor, but it's not the only factor. And then there's different sections that we're referring to here. So a couple of different factors, but the board has every right to be mentioning footpaths. And actually, the board coming and speaking to a submission at council, on any decision day about these issues, I only see actually as a very, very, very important thing. The flip side is there's less of a case for building the footpaths if council have now lowered the speed limit to 40, whereas actually we need the bloody footpaths. So yeah, a few different ways you can look at it. But yeah, certainly not the only reason we're here today.
Thank you for the clarification, Andre.
Thank you, Andre.
Right. Okay, so board members will stay on and discuss board submission, and thank you to our councillors.
Hey, thanks very much.
Okay, thank you.
See you.
I'll go watch on YouTube.
Yeah, Mark.
The only question I've got for you with that one, is there a footpath scheduled for that piece of road in the program?
It was in the briefing.
Yeah. Okay.
I can talk to them now, so.
So I've just done a wee summary basically of what the proposals are. We've already just about discussed these. 60 to 50 Hoonhay Valley Road.
Do you want to show them that?
Are we doing the submission now, Far? Or?
Share both. Yes, we're
Yeah.
doing submission now.
We are doing the submission now.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. 60 to 40 Cashmere Road and Sutherland's Road. There's a wee summary there. implementation cost 16,000, proposed changes estimated to increase individual travel times by a few seconds, basically.
Right. So if you've got your agenda with you on your iPads, if you click on the link in
I can bring it up
Oh,
too,
okay.
but I can have to stop this share and
yeah, exactly.
Share.
No, but if they've got it in their iPads, everybody's got their iPads anyway. If you click on the link, you'll see the map of the proposal, which ones will be from 60 to 50 and 60 to 40.
There was just a plan.
Yes, Sarah.
16,000 is a lot of money.
Does it include the consultation process?
Also,
it will.
that's where the money goes.
No, we don't know.
Street signs.
Consultant.
Probably
Street signs is the bulk of it.
consultation process, possibly.
It's amazing how expensive signs are.
Surely it would, wouldn't it? Because it
It
would.
would, it wouldn't probably be that
Traffic
much.
management costs for installing the signs.
Ah,
Um,
just at the time of installation.
For the road markings.
So, yeah, so what does it look like? Road posts and on the road, the markings.
So the questions we're being asked are these ones here. Do you support Sutherland's road speed limit of 40k? We're advised that current limit is 60k. The council did approve 40k previously through the safer speeds proposals, but this has been overridden by the government's new rule. But it's the same proposal now, in essence, 40k for that road, Sutherland's road.
So it was previously approved by council to be 40 already
40.
anyway.
Yeah, and the same for Cashmere Road. The proposal is 40k now, and it was approved at 40k before, but overridden and therefore is currently 60. So it's both Sutherland Road and Cashmere Road are 60, proposed to go down to 40.
Part of Cashmere Road.
Yes,
not the whole.
sorry, part of it, yeah.
So in the map, it's the green line.
From the Hawthorne Quarry to Sevenvale Rise.
The green line's down to 40 from 60.
I'm not very happy going down to 40. I'd go down to 50 of it.
could I make a suggestion
Yeah.
along that line? Happy to have both at 50 with encouraging council to include Sutherland's in its new footpaths program within the next
Isn't Sutherland's in the program?
it is, but outside of the next 2 financial years.
Outside too. Which one was the one that Andre said there was a preschool? Was it
Sutherland's?
Was it?
It might be Sutherland's. So
That's why.
one of the concerns that I have is if we're paying traffic management and we get footpaths in 4 years' time and we do this now, we're going to be doubling up paying for that traffic management. So being prudent with our costs, if they could try and also, if they can bring that work forward for this stretch of road, doing speed limit change and the new footpaths at the same time. So we're lowering our overall cost.
All right.
Does anyone have a view on that?
No, I agree. Yeah.
I think that makes sense, but I'm not sure. It's hard
Yeah,
to represent the Hawthorne community without having engaged with anyone, to be honest.
Mhm.
I don't know. I haven't
Yeah,
spoken
we-
to anyone
We haven't,
on this.
and if
Yeah.
there was anybody who would have spoken to the committee would be Andre.
Yeah.
And he was supporting the 40 because of that preschool that
He
he
didn't really
mentioned.
say either.
He was quite ambivalent into what he was.
Yeah.
But,
Yes, yeah.
but considering that it was previously approved by council already at 40. Helen, you've got your hand up? Helen, did you want to say something? She probably accidentally.
Does she know that she's muted?
Is she muted? She's not muted. Helen, is she speaking? We can't hear her.
She can hear us, I'm not sure.
She is speaking.
But
Helen, we can't hear you.
I do agree with Luke though. You know, we're only going to 40 Ks
Yeah,
because of lack of
There's
footpath.
no footpath.
Well, sooner or later they're going to come.
Yeah,
So then we
I'll
go
then
back
have to
up to
reverse
50
them.
Ks.
Well, that's something that we can all agree on.
They did approve 40 Ks previously though. It wasn't on the basis of no footpaths necessarily.
No, but now the rule is you
That is a rationale under the new rule.
because if we did have footpaths, it couldn't be 40, is that right?
That's my understanding.
Yes.
right,
Yep.
yeah.
So if we then install footpaths,
It's
do we then have to change the speed limit to 50?
To 50.
Otherwise, it doesn't comply with the speed change.
there's lots to this.
Yeah.
It's a
I
fairly,
think if you discuss what you want to put in and we can draft it, it's
Mhm.
about normal, Faye will draft it up and send it out. If there are some points of clarification, we can seek those.
We could put it in as a
Yes, it is.
concern.
Mhm.
I mean, we would support right now with what's there,
Mhm.
what's up front. We would support it, but the concern is if the footpaths come in,
Yep.
does that mean that we have to increase the speed limit again?
I would struggle to support 40.
Support for it.
Yeah.
Well, we're being asked,
I know the roads fairly well,
We start with that.
apart from knocking over a few pedestrians at 60. They're actually quite reasonable roads.
Hopefully, you don't
To
get
be
that regularly, Hank.
No, to be fair, you know, they are good roads and they're not backcountry roads. So
And it's an urban.
I would have thought 50 K was realistic.
so what I've got now, just my notes,
Yep.
is that the board would not support a new speed limit of 40 K, would support a speed limit of 50 K, and would encourage the council to install new footpaths for Sutton Road as soon as possible to avoid double costs.
My thinking is because we don't have the footpaths yet, it may be a couple of years. So the immediate one is, I think, for me, is we could support the 40 right now. There's no footpaths. But we could raise a concern that if
Okay,
the footpaths are coming in next year, then maybe
okay.
to put it to council.
Let me ask a question, which goes, is there any record at 60 Ks of how many pedestrian injuries have been, accidents have been in the last
Don't have
5-10
that
years?
information.
Well, I don't.
Come on, no, I realise that, but I mean, that surely that's part of the argument, isn't it? They say they're going to lower the accident rate. I'd like to know what the accident rate is. Yeah? Or are we just saying it just in case it might they happen at 60 or 50 or 40?
Recently.
It is the new.
So-
And this is on.
He's looking for a memo. Helen, okay, Helen
and
has
Debbie
left.
have got.
Helen and Debbie have gone.
Probably easy not to.
Because we're putting it, if we're saying we're putting it at 50, we're supporting 50 right now, but there's still no footpath, although we know it's coming, but we don't know when.
So if we can prioritize the footpath
Yeah.
as part of
Do
that
it at the
program,
same time.
because that program is just starting now.
We don't set the priorities for those.
We don't, no, we can't
Council
even
set the priorities.
demand them to start it now.
Rather than demand, they investigate prioritizing that as part of the project they're working through at the moment. I went to the briefing last week and they said it's all based on where they're hearing the demand is from. So if they're hearing from the board that there's demand for this and they can see the speed limit change at the same time, and we can also save money by doing all of it at once, the traffic management at the same time, we can lower the overall cost of both projects.
So I think our focus is not on probably supporting the 50 right now, but priority is the footpath and then the 50 speed limit.
Yes.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
rather than the other way
Yeah.
around, that we're
Yeah,
supporting 50, not the 40.
Hmm.
But we're pushing for priority on the footpath.
Yep.
With the 50 speed limit. I think that
Yeah.
makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also highlighting that if there was no option to have the footpaths earlier,
Yeah,
we'd still be at 50.
Because they'll prioritise the footpaths less if we go for 40, because it's part of this. They have a matrix in which they figure out the list of priorities. One of those is speed. So if we put the road at 40, they'll disincentivise the road to get footpath.
Absolutely.
It means it'll be even longer
Yeah.
before we actually get it done.
okay.
So reiterating, what I had was that the board does not support 40,
Mhm.
Correct.
would support 50 and encourage the council to prioritise footpaths.
Not that even prioritise, it's making sure the footpaths are done before the speed limit.
The other way around.
I think what you have is, I think what I've said is what you've written down.
Go through.
Yeah, and I would agree with that purely because if we can at least encourage them to go, well, why don't we do both at the same time? Increase the prioritization of this road under the new footpaths program and get it into the top 15. There was one road there,
Birmingham.
exactly, Birmingham, which I know Councillor Moore did question in terms of its list of priorities, but I would say we had a young child hit off a bike in this part of the road, and we've also got it currently sitting at 60. Is that right? Sutherland's is 60 at the moment or 50 at the moment?
60.
60 at the moment, yes. Then I understand we need to do something, but also we can encourage and prioritize the works to be done.
So what
What you've done, well, I agree with what you've done.
yeah, but what I'm getting,
Putting it.
we don't support the 40K, but we would encourage and prioritize the footpaths with the 50K.
Yeah, so it's currently 60. So the council's proposing 40. The board is saying that they don't support 40, they would support a drop to 50.
Mhm.
Correct.
Yeah.
And
Encourage
Practical.
prioritising the
Prioritising that.
installation
The
of new
footpath,
If we agree to 40, it looked quite correct.
the footpath will be,
It'll push.
set aside.
Way down and we'll
It'll
get
go
footpaths.
into Never Never Land.
that's good.
Just pointing out, the new footpaths program has recently
Mhm.
gone to council and they've done their priorities. And I don't
And
actually
this-
know. Do you
I think it's
know
covered.
which road is
is
it?
Sutherland and the
It's
priority?
beyond the
Yes, it's beyond the top 15.
top. I think
But it is
staying
still
in-
fluid, is my understanding, in terms of the list of priorities. So they're not set in stone.
So the the
Yeah.
staff, what we discussed today,
Yeah,
the priorities are set. The council can still decide
Mhm.
that those priorities are
And,
based off
and
what the
include,
staff.
or, yeah, and prioritize
has provided.
Sutherland's, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sutherland's. Yeah,
Footpath.
prioritise the.
That was a good briefing to be at.
Sutherland's Road. Okay. So the second one is Cashmere Road. Now it's the same proposal. It's from near the Hawthorne Quarry to near Saddle Vale Rise. Same situation, currently 60. Council did approve 40. The new rule has overridden that, and they are proposing again now under the new rule that it go to 40, and they're asking whether we support that.
And does that one have a footpath? No, probably not. That's why it's
No,
going 40.
that's right, yeah.
So, but then that's from
Oh,
Kashmir.
fine.
That's all the way from the quarry. Near the quarry, that other car park.
I do have to make an early departure. We're not going to lose quorum or anything if I leave.
Don't have a quorum in it.
You
Oh,
don't.
okay.
But do you want to quickly give your views, Luke, on the others?
On the 40 along the Kashmir Road.
I would be happy to defer to the rest of the board on their views on this. I'm not as well versed in this part of the road. My inkling would be 50, so it's
Basically the same situation.
the same,
Same all the way,
Yeah.
the same situation,
Same-
but also
same
consistency as well.
logical.
consistent along Kashmir Road.
Consistency,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yep.
Otherwise it was too confusing as well.
Thank you, sorry.
Can you
Thank
just clarify the bit, like Hoonay Valley Road having a speed limit of 50K, currently 60, council approved 50. What's the government's rule that overrules that?
Well, the governance rule, the government
Thank you, Luke.
rule
Thank you.
said that you, basically, any of these that already been approved can't go through unless they fit within their new rule.
So what's,
So they're basically reintroducing what they introduced before, or the ones that fit within the new rule.
Isn't this stretch along Kashmir Road the uphill?
yeah, I've got,
I
Yeah.
think, and that's where Andre had his photo of the pedestrian and the cyclist and the car.
Yeah,
That was quite dangerous.
yeah, I think.
So I think that stretch was the one that was recommended to be. That was the 40.
For Hoonhay Valley?
sorry,
We're supporting 50, is that what
Yeah,
I've?
yeah.
And
I'm feeling the 40 on that one.
50 on that,
We're
Hoonhay Valley.
Cashmere. Second
Oh,
one.
sorry.
The second one, Kashmir Road.
Okay, second Kashmir Road.
I don't know, what do you
I'm
think?
not sure, actually. I'd need to.
Because it's difficult also that we haven't heard actually from the community on this.
Well, don't forget the community will have its say because it's being consulted on.
Oh,
The community will have its say because it's being consulted on.
Yeah,
so
but
they
our
can-
submission.
yeah, but then our
has to
submission should be
represent-
consistent with what the community is saying.
Mm,
And that's what we need to know.
mm.
I'd be surprised if many people voluntarily go down that road, Kashmir Road, at 40 k's. I would have thought that
So the second
People were
Kashmir
travelling
Road,
50.
Sutherland's to Happy Home Road, the only proposal.
That's the 50, that's
That's
further down, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine,
I'm
I
not,
reckon.
I'm not,
The black line,
yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
happy to go down to 40. It's not a
it's
very,
this one, it's the other one that's there, where is the tight space with the pedestrian and the cyclist and the
Where's the
vehicle.
entrance to Saddle Vale Rise?
If you zoom in,
Yeah.
you'll see Saddlevale, but that's 50 there. It's further closer to Sutherland's.
Oh, there. So Saddle Vale.
It's from Kennedy's Bush Road going to that road. Is that green one is the one where Andre had that picture that was going uphill with the cyclist and the car and the pedestrian. So my feeling there is probably a 40 would.
there's a good argument there for footpath or even a cycle lane, but there's not a very good argument there for
In the absence of
lowering the,
footpath or cycle lane,
Yeah.
then would you think 50 or 40 was safer?
In the absence of a footpath, because that was the issue that we had with the tight space there, the dangerous.
I think personally I'd go for a 50. I think it's very difficult on a clear road for a driver to stick to 40 when there's absolutely no reason to do so. You know, if it's a busy road with a lot of
But this is not the straight
no,
flat
Sorry.
road,
but it's only a little bump. Come on, it's not exactly a mountain.
but there's the visual, it's not that clear and direct.
Oh, I've driven there a million times. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
and
think
I've driven there as well, and it's
it was a big
really
deal.
difficult to see, if there's oncoming other cars, and then if there's pedestrian and cyclists there.
And I can't comment because I can't remember what it's like.
Well, we probably have.
What I've taken from the discussion so far is that the board doesn't support 40, Sutherland's Road doesn't support 40, would support 50 with encouraging prioritisation of footpaths. For Hoonhay Valley Road, support 50. For Kashmir Road, lower down, support 50. In terms of Kashmir Road near the quarry to Saddle Vale Rise, we're disputing or dithering or debating.
Debating.
Still
That's
considering,
word, yeah.
considering.
Yeah.
But could we just say that we're
We defer to the communities.
Or we could say we need more advice
We need mixed views.
on that
We
area.
have mixed views,
Yeah,
we need,
Submission though, you've got to sort of,
no.
they're wanting your views. If you don't have a view,
or
No,
we would
comment.
defer to the view of the majority, the community.
Yeah,
I think this
You
is
can
a
put a
required
similar
field.
comment.
This is a required field that we've got to answer this. Do we?
Yes, no.
So it's a yes, no, unsure, depending,
Yes.
depending
That's right.
on.
Yes, no, unsure, don't know.
so
But
that's
what
the
if they
last
don't-
question, is it?
Yeah.
Mixed or
Is it the last question, Faye? Do you support Cashmere Road and Sutherland's Road, Happy Home Road?
No, it's
No,
the
it's a
second one.
question. Yeah.
Oh, the second.
do you support Cashmere Road from near Halswell Quarry to near Settle Vale Rise, speed limit of 40?
I mean, we could,
Well, we're not sure.
we can put don't know.
I mean, there's only three of us debating it here. You know, I'm not sure we represent the whole community, but yeah,
There is space for comment at the bottom, so you can
Yes. So
put
we put,
in
we
put an answer, whatever that is you choose, and then you can go into more detail with all of this
Yeah.
kind of supporting commentary in
Yeah.
your comment.
So
at the
but
bottom.
they're saying, do you support the 50? We could say, 40, we could say yes, but consider so and so, or we could say no, but
Yeah.
consider so and so.
okay. We could say yes.
Can we not
but-
say, don't know? Not
Yes,
sure.
we can say don't know.
We could, maybe we could say, yes, we could support. No, that wouldn't work.
The thing is, I'm unsure.
45.
You're not for 40 and you're more 40, so we're.
But you're unsure of the 40 or the 50?
Yes.
Yeah, but you're not unsure of it staying at.
You don't want to say
Exactly.
60.
Oh, correct.
Yeah. So I think you could put an answer
Unsure.
because you're supporting lowering the speed
35.
limit.
Yeah, so we could
And then
say,
we can add the commentary around.
okay,
Yeah, it's the same applies again, isn't it?
Yes.
If we say 40,
Because if you're saying not sure, you're saying not sure to changing from 60.
so should we state that?
Yeah, we are sure from 60
Yeah.
to reduce.
But the question is specifically about 40K,
Yeah.
so we'd say,
Yes.
and as soon as we
Not
say
sure.
40, then that gives the council the leeway to
Not.
to wipe out the footpaths altogether.
Footpath. So,
And
yeah,
that's-
so we're
So we're gonna have it
unsure.
unsure.
I don't think they're necessarily connected, Hank. I don't think,
I'm sure of that.
well, I don't. I mean, I think, not wanting to argue, but.
No, not
I
arguing,
think
but not,
that if they, this speed limit won't necessarily, I mean, they've got their footpath program. It may not change even if we put it at 50.
no,
It may not, we're asking them to
But
do
if we
that, but
put it
it's
at
the
40,
conclusion.
if we put it at 40, then that drops it down to the level where footpaths are not necessary. And that's my problem.
Well, it's already
It
been
does.
prioritised, so, and I don't know.
No,
So that's why we're asking them to reconsider the priority for this one. We put it at 50, probably not encourage, just say and prioritize.
yeah, at 50, we still have a case for,
And prioritize the.
at 40,
yeah.
at 40, that case dropped to zero.
Okay, so what is the,
So what are you saying?
What are we
Do you-
saying for?
Yeah. Do you support 40 or not? Yes.
No.
No.
I don't.
No?
So
do not support
similar to
40.
the Sutherland.
Right, we do
Yeah.
not support
Yeah.
40, would support 50 and seek prioritisation of it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Handle that.
is there anything else? No, I think in the anything else, what I'm hearing is that you want comments about the real need is for footpaths to be
Absolutely.
built
That's a
Um,
safe way to travel.
rather
Yep.
than the speed limits adjusted.
Take pedestrians and hopefully cyclists off the road altogether. That's the way to go. Shared paths would be ideal. Because it doesn't carry that much either. So in the weekend it might carry a bit of cyclist traffic, but it doesn't carry that much cyclist or pedestrian traffic.
So can I just ask a question there, just, for me for wording this. So do you see that the roads is otherwise safe if the pedestrian and factor was taken away. So for footpaths,
By and large, yeah,
they would
yeah,
be safe for
yeah.
a 60 perhaps.
yeah, yeah, I would have said that, yep.
We agreed not to keep it at 60. We agreed to lower it to 50 with the footpath.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep,
so,
That keeps the footpath priority, but
yeah, yep.
so I can write this up. You can have a look at it. It doesn't need to be lodged until August 14th, or maybe just a
Okay.
couple of days before.
Yep.
And you can discuss it with your constituents or
Okay.
leave it in the meantime, and we can just adjust.
I mean, we are making decisions for Halswell, which is always difficult to do, but, you know, I think,
But it's
we'll
still our
spread it out
board area.
to everybody.
yeah,
Board.
yeah.
Are you happy with that process?
Yep. We'll see what Debbie will say also. This one.
Yes.
Are you there, Debbie? Are you listening to any of this?
She's gone.
She's gone.
She's gone. Yeah,
All right,
she has another event at 5:30.
we'll close. That's us.
All right, okay, so that's us. There's nothing else. Thank you for staying on. That's right. That's
You're welcome. Thank
All
you.
done.
us.
Just turn the live stream off.
How hard is that?
Yeah. At least we all agree.